Hello everybody, how are you doing today? I am doing very well, thank you. Today I am back. I am back in England. And this is my first video back after pre-recording everything. So I thought I would do a more long chatty video today since I'm back. And I wanted to catch you up with everything I've been up to. So today I'm going to be completing my little journal that I took with me to Okinawa on my little holiday. I have not finished it, and as you can see I have kind of sketched out everything that I want in here and I just have to fill it in. So I thought I would do that today. So yeah, it feels kind of weird being like back because I haven't filmed anything for so long. So it feels kind of strange, but like really nice. It's really refreshing to actually get back into it. I've missed it so much, and I've been on such a long journey, and yeah, I'll have to get all into that as I go on through the video. But yeah, today I'm going to be journaling a little bit in my Okinawa journal from my traveler's notebook. This is the passport size traveler's notebook. It's the one from the Starbucks Reserve Roastery in Tokyo. I don't believe it's like limited edition. I think they have it there all the time. I did get asked that before. So yeah, this is what I took with me to Okinawa. So yeah, I'm going to be journaling in that today. So I'm just going to take this off to the side, but I have taken the insert out. So I do have some little goodies that I got from Okinawa, some which I already had as well, but I have some washi tape and some stickers. So I do need to decorate a little bit more in my journal. And yeah, I also have this really funny photograph of me and my husband in Okinawa, so that's really nice too. And I have some shells. I have all these lovely references. I have to check the camera too just to make sure we're set in the right place. Yeah, I have all these lovely references for my painting and drawing. So I want to make sure that I get all of these things in my journal so that when I look back, of course, it will remind me of the trip. This is adorable. Also, Okinawa is known for having very creative people. You might have seen these on my Instagram already if you follow me on Instagram. If you don't, you should go and follow me on Instagram. It's Jodi Lakin art, exactly the same as it is on here. And you will be able to see little things like this that I post all the time. So I did post these on my Instagram. Some little things that I purchased, but as I was saying, Okinawa is known for having very creative people. They do a lot of crafting in Okinawa, so I was so pleased to see all these cute drawings and designs and everything. It was so fun for me and enjoyable. Also, how beautiful is this bag? Oops. Look, it's so pretty. I loved it, so I obviously kept that. So I'm going to put all these little bits to the side, and I've got them there if I need any references for colours or whatever, shapes, anything like that. And I also got some really adorable pin badges. I have this little whale one. Can you see that? Oh, sorry if the camera's shaking, by the way. It is a new setup. I'm in a new location. As I said, I'm back in England after living in Japan for 4 years. So there will be a little bit of adjusting time. So if there's any problems with the video, I do apologise. I'm noticing now that the camera is shaking a little bit. So I hope that's not going to be a problem. But yeah, so anyway, I have these little pin badges. Have a whale. This is a castle that I went to, and this is a famous ramen that they have in Okinawa. And I also collect these little badges, so I got a whale one as well. That's really nice. So I have those as well. Okay, so let's get into the journaling. I've decided to pop up into a voiceover because I did the same thing I always do. I record it in real time and I just get carried away and I get really relaxed and I end up just recording for like 2 hours, and I think it's really boring to watch. I don't know. You'll have to let me know if you like the longer videos where I'm just sort of chatting. But anyway, the first page I just did there, you barely saw it because I have sped this up. So the first page was Pikachu, because we went on an aeroplane and it was all Pikachu themed. It was absolutely amazing, and it was so cute. And even like the cups had Pikachu on, and they gave us like a free Kit Kat and it had Pikachu, and I had no idea about that. So I themed the first page to Pikachu. And then these next 2 pages, we went to a little island called Kori Island, and you got to the island via a bridge which went through the sea. And the island itself, you could drive around it within 15 minutes. So it was really amazing. So I did these 2 illustrations of our time on Kori Island. The left, we went up to Kori Island Tower, and it was this little buggy go-kart thing which went around all the trees. It was amazing. It was so much fun. And then the picture on the left was us swimming in the sea, because you could just swim in the sea anywhere pretty much, and it was just so beautiful. The water was just like crystal clear. So this double page here is again Kori Island. We went up to the top of Kori Island Tower, and they're famous for making glass in Okinawa as well. So I bought this beautiful glass, I should say Jack bought it me, my husband bought it me, this beautiful glass necklace which they designed to sort of copy the way the water looks in Okinawa. So whenever I look at it now, I always think about that. And also they raved about this pizza that you could eat in Kori Tower, because you have the most incredible view and you're eating this amazing pizza, and that's exactly what it was like. It was amazing. So before we move on to the next page, I wanted to show you where I was when I was actually journaling this page. So I don't know about you, but when I'm on holiday, I get very hot, well, if it's a hot place, I get very hot and I don't find the right place to journal. I always feel like the beach is too sandy and obviously it's wet with the water and everything. So I never really want to get my journal out on the beach. But me and Jack, we found this really beautiful spot, which was actually a restaurant. So we had some food there. As you can see, I'm very happy. We had some food, and I happened to have my journal things with me, just my pencil and a pen and my journal. So I decided it was the perfect place to journal. So I actually journaled what I'd done the day before, I believe, and as you can see, I'm just sitting there filling out this page. So I kind of wanted to give you a feeling of the area that we were in. As you can see, it's very tropical, lots of palm trees, bright blue waters, clear waters, and that's where I started this part of the journal. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm trying to create when I am filling in all the colours and doing all of that. So the blue waters and the bright colours. On this page, I have done 2 different days, and I've just sort of done that throughout the whole book. I've kind of mixed all my days together because, like I said, I wasn't journaling at the time. It was kind of like I was sticking random things in every now and again, like our tickets to certain places or little bits of memorabilia that I wanted to keep. So it's not actually in any order of what we did on each day, but some of it is, but it's not too precious in that way. I kind of just wanted to have this little book that I could look through and have all these memories just come back into my mind as I look through it. I also don't have a printer at the moment because obviously moving and all that. I don't have a printer. It's something that I actually would like to buy, so I have to think about getting a printer, just reminding myself. But because of that, I didn't have any photographs to stick in. Obviously I can get them printed, but between moving and everything, I just wanted to get all these memories down as fresh as possible in my mind. So especially at the time, like I was drawing buildings and pictures, photographs I'd taken and things like that. So I have taken a lot of photographs, but like I said, I haven't printed them. So I'm drawing a lot of the photographs that I took, and Jack took a photo of me under this little archway when we went to Shurijo Castle Park. So this castle was absolutely beautiful. It was a big red, as you can see there on the left page, the sticker. It was this big red castle, and unfortunately a couple of years ago it burnt down. So they actually repainted it, and the paint was very flammable, and they had an electrical fault and the entire thing burnt down. So now you can go, and they are rebuilding it, and you can see the grounds and the park, and some of the gates around the park are still intact, but the actual castle is not there anymore. They're rebuilding it, like I said. So it was still very interesting to go, but I felt so sad for the people of Okinawa, because this was a huge staple for them, and it was something that brought in a lot of tourism. So I don't imagine half the people don't go and see it anymore. Obviously it's not there, but anyway, Jack took this photograph of me with my sun umbrella, my red umbrella, under just a little archway of kind of part of the castle that was remaining. And I just had this thought that the shisa, which are those two lion kind of dragon figures above me, I felt like the shisa were like watching over us on that day. So the shisa are the kind of mascot of Okinawa, and they are said to protect you and ward off any evil. So there's two shisa. One has the mouth open and one has a mouth closed. Someone told me the one with the mouth open is a male shisa, and the one with the mouth closed is female. So, and you will, if you ever go to Okinawa, you will see these everywhere. They are absolutely everywhere. You can buy them in all different forms, shapes, colors, everything. You can get them in jewelry form, in pottery form, like anything, and they're really nice. So I made sure to draw a lot of those. And on this page in particular, this street is called Pottery Street, and I love pottery. I love cups. I love any ceramic ware. If you know me at all, you will know that about me. So when I heard about this street, I had to go there, and it was honestly very rewarding for me. It was a very, very hot day, and me and my husband walked down this street, and it was all cobbled streets, and they had so much pottery. It was amazing. And I did buy a little cup, which was made by a little old lady that worked in this shop, and she was so sweet. And the glaze is called kohiki glaze, and it's I don't know much about pottery, like the technique, so forgive me, but I think it's like a layered glaze that they put on it, and it cracks as well. You can see the cracks underneath. It's very cool. And yeah, and I also bought two little handmade shisa as well, which I thought was adorable. So that was a really fun day. The last 2 pages, is it the last 2 pages? Maybe, I'm not sure. Actually, no, I don't think it is. We're only halfway through. So the page on the left again is from Korea Island, and I was inspired by one of those postcards that I picked up. There was a lovely watercolour painting of the heart-shaped rock, which you can see on Korea Island. So Korea Island is called Lovers Island, I believe. To the locals, they call it Lovers Island because they have this heart-shaped rock, and you can go and see it. So we drove to the other side of the island. Like I said, it took like not even 10 minutes to get there, and you could see this beautiful rock that was in the water. So I made sure to draw that as well, and me and my husband, we went and sat and looked at this rock and sat and we made that little heart shape, which everyone was doing. It was kind of like whenever you see tourists do these funny tourist photographs, like the classic photographs. For this particular place, it was this heart shape that you do as a couple, and then you take the photo with the heart rock inside the heart shape of your hands. So that was kind of funny to watch everybody trying to line that up. But actually the island was pretty quiet. There wasn't a whole lot of people there, but the few people we did see doing this, we had to do it too. So I wanted to capture that. And also the sand in Okinawa is quite unique, I believe, in the way that it's made up of tiny little shells. So I know like beaches are made up of like shells and things, and it turns into sand, but on a lot of these beaches that we went to, it was just lots of tiny little shells, like actually fully formed shells, which I thought was amazing. It hurt your feet a lot, but it had these little shells. And they also have this star sand, which is really pretty, like the sand is shaped like little stars. So I picked up some shells off the beach, these tiny little shells, and I wanted to paint them in a lot of detail, so I did that. So while that page was drying, I decided to paint these buildings. So we also went to a place called American Village. So Okinawa has a huge American army base, and to cater for that, they have this place called American Village, and it's really cool. At first I wasn't sure if I would like it. It's kind of a real difference to the rest of the island, but it's actually really great, and there were a lot of things that I hadn't seen in Japan at all, like obviously like clothing and different types of food and things like that I had never seen in Japan, and you could actually see them here in the American Village, and it was kind of cool. They had a lot of like fashionable clothes and things like that. But the buildings themselves were really unique. Like I've never seen any buildings like this. This one in particular, like all the colors that I'm painting them, they are identical to the actual colors that you can see. So this building is the one on the right, the Depot Center or Central, I think it's called. It was huge, and it had these big pink pillars either side, and the orange painting on the building as well, and then there was this like bright blue coffee shop and these pink little shops and things. It was really unique. I've never been anywhere like that. So even though I wasn't sure at first if it was something I would want to like look at, because we kind of went to see the kind of old Okinawa and the beaches and things like that, to kind of go to the tropical place. So I wasn't really going for shopping or anything like that, so I wasn't sure if I'd like this, but actually it was amazing, and it was so visually pleasing, and there was so many beautiful buildings that I just wanted to draw. I just wanted to sit and draw everything, because everything was designed just really cool. They even had this Christmas shop which was enormous, and either side were these massive nutcrackers, like figures standing up, and it was just, everything was huge there, and it was kind of like being in Disneyland or something. It was wild. But as you can see, I had a lot of fun drawing the the buildings. I used watercolors and crayons to kind of get the shading as well. I always say crayons, but I mean colored pencil. If ever I say crayons, I probably mean colored pencil. And then coming home, we got to ride the Pikachu plane. I was so happy. And the ride home was just really beautiful. I could see the ocean, and I felt like I could see like things in the ocean, you know, like dolphins and things like that. I could definitely see some movement and some boats as well. So I kind of wanted to draw the plane window, and I actually did take this actual photograph of me holding a Polaroid, because on the Pikachu plane you get to have a photograph with Pikachu. So they bring around this toy Pikachu, and they give it to you, and then they take an Instax photograph of you with the Pikachu. So I actually did take this photograph of a photograph. So I'm drawing a photograph of a photograph in my journal to remember it. But yeah, it was such a magical trip, and I'm so happy I got to journal it in this way. It was the first time, I'm going to do a flip through now. So it was the first time I've actually used my smaller traveler's notebook, my passport size, and actually been somewhere and traveled somewhere and just used this. So I definitely recommend it. It was a great size for a short trip. We went for 5 days, and I believe it was the watercolour journal. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know why. I don't know if it was or not, but I believe it was the watercolour journal that I was using here. Anyway, so I'm going to show you each page slowly so you can get a nice look at it. Here's the first page, Tokyo to Okinawa, and then we have the Kori Island. I really love the one on the right where we're swimming in the sea. And then a few more things from Kori Island. I also bought these little washi stickers from Kori Island, and I really like those too. And then I've got the yellow box fish. Thank you to everyone that messaged me about the yellow box fish. I put it on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Jodi Lakin art. I put on my Instagram that I didn't know what it was called, and lots of people told me, so thank you. You were one of the people that told me. This is the hotel that we stayed in as well, and then Pottery Street. I kind of wanted to give this like a handmade, hand-coloured look, so that's why I kept it really you can see the pencil marks. And here's the finished watercolour and the tiny shells, and then the American village as well. I've mostly used watercolour and crayons for this. Sorry, I've done it again. Coloured pencils. And there's the last one, and I believe I have the photograph. So this is the actual photograph, the Pikachu, and then the one that I've drawn as well. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Also, I hope you like my new intro and my new outro. Please let me know if you do. I worked really hard on them. So yeah, I think they suit my channel well. I hope they do. Anyway, I'll see you next Sunday with a brand new video. Take care, everybody. Bye.